that they have some corporate social responsibilities. I think if I made an appeal to them to come to our assistance, they would.
You made the appeal personally?
I wrote the communication personally, signed as a senator of Gedeh County.
To the central bank?
To the Central Bank of Liberia, to the administration of the Central Bank of Liberia. I listened to it this morning when they said Executive Governor Aloysius Talu, no, he did not make the contribution as Aloysius Talu. It is the Central Bank of Liberia that made that contribution. And what I also want to make clear is when they say he signed for the money, I did not sign for money. Central Bank made that contribution to a member of the committee that was set up by the county, who is also a businessman that owns a business by the name of Gedeh Builders, who is, I think, at the time co-chairman on finance. So when I asked which one of them had an account that Central Bank can put this money into, because the county had not set up any account to which this money could be paid. And Gedeh Builder volunteered to give the account number to me. I gave it to Central Bank. And Central Bank duly deposited the money into the account of Gedeh Builders.
Okay.
So I said...
So the money is not in your care?
So I said, I made a request to Central Bank to help Gedeh County. At the time, the police station was built, everybody was concerned, including my very self, concerned that the county, as large as it is and as critically situated as it is, without a building to host the security sector, was a slap in the face. So we destroyed it, and I think we can start something to satisfy the adage that you wash the stomach, someone can help to wash the back and stuff like that. So I saw it necessary.
Yes,
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
So that's why I joined the county authority that established this committee to collect money to make that appeal to Central Bank.
Okay.
My concern is the money Central Bank gave as an integrity institution must be used for the intended purpose.
That's your concern?
That is my concern. We have record in the county that county officials cannot give account of money entrusted to them in the past that brought up, hooliganisms in the county, leading to destruction of properties and all like that, ranging from county development funds usage and all the kind of things, and the yellow machines being loaned out to companies to work with them, money paid into pockets of individuals that cannot be accounted for to the county. Young people got in the street to demonstrate and all that and cause a complete breakdown of law and order at some point in time. I don't want that $10,000 Central Bank are giving to the county through me to be a part of such history making in the county. I told them that money can only be released to them. I gave straight instruction to the account owner, to the account holder, that money is not going to be released unless by my authority. And that money will be released to the company that has won the bid to do the contract and that they are prepared to start doing the work. And the work plan should be brought to us. I am not an accent. I am a leader of the county. If you are planning to build the police station and you have your blueprints, you have your work schedule and all of these things, we are supposed to know. I'm the co-chairman on the county legislative caucus. The chairman is not in the know. Nobody, I'm not too sure if everybody will say the same thing I'm saying, but as far as the leadership is concerned, we are not aware of even the work plan, whatsoever they want to do. I can't release the money to people whose intent actually, I don't know whether it's business as usual, and who was Central Bank as if the work is not done and the money is used up. It will be me.
You sound
and
as
if they are not prepared to use that money, I am prepared to give that money back to Central Bank. They can make the direct connection with Central Bank, get the money from there, and when they misuse it, Central Bank will be asking them. Now,
you sound as if you don't have credibility for you don't have trust.
I don't have confidence.
No trust, no confidence.
No confidence.
In the current leadership of the county.
I don't have confidence. I'm telling you, so unless
then why did you join them? Why did you join the county leadership to raise the resources for the construction of the police station?
The police station has to be constructed anyway. So if the procedure is followed, we can all go by the procedure. If you have policies in place, if you have procedures laid down, it becomes difficult for anybody to tamper with the system. So if you have someone who had won the bid, who is going to do the work, and that person may request to the county and say, look, we need $5,000. The $5,000 will mold the bricks, or it will do this, it will do X, Y, and Z. And they say, okay, we need the $5,000. We want to get it from the county. When that request is made to me, I give the release for that amount of money, and that money will go directly to the person who made the request. And if it comes to accountability, the entity responsible for the construction is involved. But this one they are talking about, I should give it to the county authority. They will decide how to use it, where to use it, when to use it, and all like that. And I know the next question is about the 1,000 bags of cement that Semenco, pledged to give to the county. Semenco wrote and said, we will help you for our corporate social responsibility also. We will help you with 1,000 bags of cement. That 1,000 bags of cement will be given only by the request, a written and signed request of your senior senator, Senator A. Marshal. Once he made that request to us, we made the cement available. So, can I make requests to Semenco to make 1,000 bags of cement available when we don't even have a company to do the work? We don't have storage. We don't have this. We don't have that. And I just say, give us the cement. Then I take the cement, I turn it over to county authority. They take it and stack it somewhere. And after some time, then they say the cement now tend to rot. It's not useful anymore. We will only take that cement from Semenco, straight to the construction.
Why are you making yourself so powerful like that? That without you, development cannot take place in the county.
And let me correct you, sir. All the other money they've been collecting from other places, I've never built fence around any of it. But the one I am involved with that will link my name, I'm going to be very careful how it is given and how it is spent. That's all I'm
So as a result now,
and collecting money from all over.
As a result now,
Senator. No. In fact, the project should cost something more than 100,000. We talk about 10,000 here. 2 years they have collected money on their own. The report they made recently, they collected $500, $13,000 brand dollars. It is only the 10,000 they are waiting for. So when the 10,000 gets there, it's $10,500 against 100 and some more $1,000. What are we going to do? What is it? Is there any seriousness? The tenure of the committee that I can have confidence in ended. I just got to know this morning that the committee is now reconstituted, the members are reappointed, and now they are going to do the work. Earlier on, the committee was only responsible to collect the money, and another committee was set up that will spend the money, and that committee that was set up to spend the money will be coordinated by the chief of protocol in the office of the superintendent. You can imagine that. And that's the person here. I'm going to put the $10,000 so that they can go decide what materials for the building that they can use to go and put on it. Central bank money is not going to be used as business as usual. And then I sit there and look on, and I can't say anything.
Now, accusing fingers have been pointed to you now that you are behind the delay for the reconstruction of the police station.
And that is not true.
And you are undermining the security sector.
That is not true. 10,000 cannot build the police station. Let them tell me they have 90 or 95,000 United States dollars, and they're just waiting for the 10,000.
They said they could start the project.
If they could start the project, I want to see the blueprint. I want to see the constructor, those who are the engineers that are going to do the work. Let them tell me. If the process starting, the $10,000 can help to start the process, I give the $10,000 and I go straight into the hand of those who are going to use it, and they are going to be answerable both to the county authority and to the legislative caucus. That is my concern. I got nothing absolutely to do with the $10,000. I told them, even if that process is followed and you ask me 2 o'clock in the morning, I can make that money available.
So it's in your possession? Is that what you're saying?
I gave the instruction that the money should not be given to them. And unless I lift that restriction, they cannot have access to the money. That's all. And it's only
because there are reports that the request was made, and you said that you use half of the money, and you are going to pay for the.
That's a blatant lie. Nobody can give you instruments that point to that say the man say you use half of the money. The money in the account of somebody I went there and took money from them with all their acquiescence. And I can give you a Gedeh bureau's number. You call them and find out from them whether I went there and took half of the money. What access do I have to another person's account? It's an entity's account. Now even if it is individual's account, I don't have access to it. So, I mean, I know their intent, but it would not work. So it would not work.
What is the intent that you know?
The intent is to grab the money and eat it as usual, as they have been doing in the past, and Grand Gedeh is kept down like this, that they cannot report on anything. Peter Soto was leaving the office. The money he left in the place in the tune of millions and millions of dollars, up to today, we can't get the head and tail. We don't even know how much is being used. We get on the county authority to make report to us, and they drag their feet all over the place. And they brag that nobody can do them anything. You can imagine that? Brand new equipment given to you, you loan them out to people, now they are all broken down. What procedure we get from there that we are going to use to rehabilitate those equipment? That is the question. Because the proceeds went into individuals' pockets. You can't tell us for this long that this equipment were used in the new brand form. And look at the road conditions in the place. Even from the market roads, the major highway, okay? Nima County bought their own equipment, and sometimes they put it in the street there, on the major road, to take care of some challenging spots. We could do the same thing. We can't. Look at the short distance from Toll Town to the border. We have the equipment in the county, and we that is an international border.
So, Senator, are you saying that you got a beef with the county leadership? It's not trusted at all?
They have to prove themselves a little more better than what they are, so that they can gain the confidence of the present legislative caucus. They have to exhibit some responsibility, some responsiveness, in their ways of doing things, so that the coordination can actually hold. The county authority are executors of the mandate of the president as head of the executive branch of government. The legislative caucus is also, the branch of the first branch of government. That coordination, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, outlined it, underscored it. We should coordinate so that the country can go forward. The trust must be built amongst us. If we as legislative caucus members are not trusted in themselves, got all rights to be apprehensive. And so if they are, we also have the right, and they are the executors. We only process the way for them and turn everything over to them for them to execute. In the process of execution, if we are not satisfied, they need to come and convince us that this is how it happened, so that trust can be built.
It seems that you are the lone senator who's behind all this delay. You are the lone senator. Only you so far.
I can't be alone. I am telling you, the caucus does not even have confidence in this, and the caucus are not one person. I am only the co-chairman.
The caucus constitutes how many presidents?
Constitute five lawmakers.
Is Senator Joe, in my opinion, part of the caucus?
Yes, he is.
So he doesn't have trust also? Does he share the same?
I don't know whether he doesn't have trust or he has trust. But what I'm saying, the leadership of the caucus, and the leadership of the caucus is composed of the chairman, the co-chairman, the secretary, at 3 persons out of the 5. Okay, and I said the leadership of the caucus does not have interest. The present leadership of the caucus does not have confidence in the local authority. First of all, brief us, tell us what it is.
I'm trying to connect with the superintendent of the county, and I'm trying to connect with him.
Go ahead and connect with him. Go ahead and connect with any of them, and let them come and tell me whether what I'm saying does not make sense, and whether it doesn't make sense to them or not. I want to see the construction company that is going to do the work. I want to see the blueprint. I want to see the work order. I want to see everything, and let them tell me that they are ready to use up the money. The money goes straight to them for the usage of that purpose. So I am telling you. Besides the $10,000, that through my effort, Central Bank made available and deposited in the account. I did not see the check. I don't know the color of the check. We deposited in the account of one of the committee members, who is also co-chair on finance on that committee, that they deposited. Okay, that money that was deposited in the place. Besides that money, how much have they collected for 2 years running? How much have they collected? And who is there to even monitor the process that those who have paid money have actually been accounted for? 2 years, $500 US, 13,000 liberty. What is it? So suppose I have not made that.
But let me ask you honestly: are you concerned that the security of your? Are you concerned about the security of your people, and that the police there, they are operating a makeshift structure? Are you concerned about that?
I'm more concerned. I'm concerned more than even anybody. That's why I took up we all have committees that we chair. In our oversight responsibilities, we all have committees that we chair. Senator Penn will chair the Social Security Committee. Okay.
Okay, so let me hold you there, Senator, and speak with the superintendent, Kafali. So, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sabbath, and good morning to the ERBC family. How you
Hi,
doing?
how you doing, Chief?
Well, I bless God. Thank you. That is what there's life, there is hope. Everything is good.
Now, so do you know where the 10,000 that was donated by the Central Bank of Liberia to reconstruct your police station? Do you know in whose care this money is?
Well, the money is in Senator Dennis' hand. The money is in Senator Dennis' account. The other day, Senator Dennis
His personal account?
personal account. Senator Dennis spoke on the local radio, to be precise, Top FM. And Senator Dennis said to the people of Gedeh County that his money was in Gedeh Bureau account. But he have now taken the money from Gedeh Bureau account and put it in the ESCO account. So my question to Senator Dennis at that time was, the only person who had authority to open ESCO account was the government of Liberia. So if the ESCO account is open, the Nigerian want to know which of the bank that you open an ESCO account, who is the signature to that ESCO account, and what is the account number. Up to present, Senator Dennis have now responded to the counties. We did an official communication, Senator Dennis asking him to be able to give the monies to put it in the account of the committee that we put together to make sure that they can start the process as soon as possible. Up to present, we are not getting any response of the 1,000 bag of cement and of the 10,000 United States dollars that were also paid by Central Bank to Senator Dennis.
Now, so do you know why, as to why the senator is refusing to make this money available to your leadership?
One is best news to himself. Senator Bennett is best news to himself. Senator Bennett is just want to probably maybe create some misunderstanding between the local authorities and him, because Senator Bennett is now open to the authorities to make sure that he constitutes a committee. Senator Bennett, as a citizen of Grand counties, and also opinion leaders, less while the other people, so we constitute a committee headed by Pastor Zulu, who is a chairperson of that committee, one of the renowned persons, one of the trustful persons, all the civil society member who also part of the committee, Secretary General of Civil Society, Levi Dixon is also part of the committee. So how other stakeholders, the Muslims community, their imam is also part of the committee, and we trusted them to make sure that they can steer the affairs of our police station to make sure that we get it done. But up to the presence of that, we spoke to Gedeh managers on air, and he said that the money that was put in their account will also be given to Senator Dennis. They requested for the money, and that money will be given.
So the senator has withdrawn that money. Okay. Now the senator is on the program. He's claiming that your leadership is not trusted. He doesn't have that credibility because over time you haven't proven yourself.
Well, again, is that allegation. Probably I don't want to probably give Senator Dennis that credence, because Senator Dennis in the habit probably insulting the local authorities. Senator Dennis in the habit of trying to denigrate that local authority. I said the local authority heard about me. We are credible people. Have no time. They have the funds of the counties have been mismanaged by this local authority. Senator Dennis claimed that yes, indeed, that fund have been given. Let Senator Dennis state the instance. So I listened to Senator Dennis a few minutes ago on your show, and he also made some sweeping statement that he cannot trust the local authority. I think the president who appointed us here has exclusive confidence in us, and that's confidence we have in all the people of Grand countries are enjoying that confidence. So at no time that we ever, as the local authority, ever mismanage fund that belongs to the company.
Okay.
So I just want to make it clear here that Senator, I don't know what he's saying. Probably he have all the personal issues against the local authority, against me, or maybe against anybody of mine who is my able lieutenant who is telling the affairs of the country. But as far as concerned, we are talking to Senator Dennis, yes, the military, make sure that money is in the account of the Grand account. It's not a personal contribution, it's a contribution of the central bank, that contribution of the SNECO people, and that contribution is a contribution to the people of Grand account. It's not a personal money. And we settle the account. But Senator Dennis said that yes, indeed, we have my office or a political officer, G. Wayne Gao, is part of the committees, or maybe somebody who has that information, the file for being true. At no time, the committee's members are there. He can place the call to the chairperson of the committee. Nobody called G. Wayne Gao, who is a political officer, also part of the committee. That's an exactly clear like he is.
Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. We really appreciate your time. This
So
morning.
thank you so much.
Yeah, you heard this.
Yes, I listened to the the superintendent. And I still insist that we don't. I don't have confidence in the setup of the local structure.
No, the first thing I want to
So-
clarify, Senator, he did say that you spoke once in the county.
And I come to
and
that.
you had,
Sir.
okay.
I come to that.
Okay.
Gedeh Bido is a member of the committee set up by the county authority. If I said the money continuously is with Gedeh Bido, the pressure was on Gedeh Bido. Gedeh Bido is a businessman. The pressure was on Gedeh Bido for the county authority to turn that money over to them. And the money is intended for the committee to collect. Why would county authority go to Gedeh Bido and say they want the money? The money is not supposed to be paid to the county authority, but to the account of the committee set up for that particular purpose. That's why those credible people, his name, are all placed on the committee. At what time has the committee, that particular committee, made a request that we have collected money and we are about to start the project? We want you to release the $10,000 to us. Release the 10,000 will amount to this amount, which can also start the foundation or start social process. So we want the money. At which time had the committee done it? He has been the only person going up and down wanting for the money to be given to him. He set up a committee. He set up an account for me to put the money in and all those kinds of things.
Now, so is it true that you withdrew the money from Gedeh's building account and you have the money in your care?
I can give you Gedeh Bido's number. I will tell the county authority that I've fenced the money. That money is fenced. It cannot be given out without my authority. Okay, and because of that, I can tell them, something that will make them to go away from pressurizing Gedeh Bido to get that money.
Also, it was against that background that you told them that you withdrew their money.
Exactly.
But I
cannot go to Gedeh Bido account to withdraw any money.
So the money is still there.
So the money is still there.
Okay, let's try to speak with. I understand Honorable Grant was just on the line. We're trying to see what we can reconnect with him to hear from him. Also, he's a stakeholder in the county. He's Representative Alex Grant from Grand Gedeh. He's concerned also about what is obtaining in the county now. So, honestly speaking, you have the money still with Gedeh's builder.
The money is there. And that's what I told them. Any hour, when it is set up and the procedure is followed. If I'm supposed to be talking to the committee, let the committee say, okay, we have done everything we had to do. The bidding process are going on. This company won the bid. It can't be business as usual.
Okay, Senator, let's hold you briefly to speak with Representative Alex Grant. Grant, good morning.
Good morning, Sobo.
Now, what fetch have you to fry in this oil?
Well, once it's Grand Gedeh, I have a big fish to fry. And then someone attempting to use the country money to generate wealth for himself or herself. I think it's something that we speak against.
Are you insinuating that somebody is trying to use the county money for himself?
Well, if you use the county name to generate some money and you cannot turn it over and claiming that you send the money until you can use it, who knows when that project is going to start? And he will soon be going out. So
are you sure that he will soon be going out? What are you so upbeat that he will soon be going out?
So election is coming, but we're trying to ring fence that money for resettlement after election. But let me go straight to the point. There is no way you can request funding in the name of the county and personalize it. Because all those things that they're saying shamefully.
He's trying to protect his image. He doesn't want that money to be used wrongly, and at the end of the day, he's blamed.
George,
yes, sir.
If you don't have confidence in these people, why request for him money for them? If you don't have the confidence, he was not the one that set up the committee. It was the superintendent who he didn't trust that set up this committee. And you collected the money, kept it to yourself. You not even informed the caucus that you collected such money. No meeting you have ever indicated, I wrote on behalf of the county, I collected this amount of money.
Do you attend the caucus meeting?
Of course I do. Even the time
and are you saying that the senator didn't tell the caucus members that he received the money from the central bank?
No, he did not say it. Yesterday I was in conversation with the current caucus chair. He does not even know that Senator Gedeh had written for such money. What he said to me was that Senator Gedeh just showed one communication from the superintendent on his phone that guy wrote me this communication. In fact, The Congress said does not have that communication. I'm now searching for it because what I was discussing, if the senator collected this money on behalf of the county, it is not his personal money. It's not his personal money, and it's a compensation responsibility of the central bank. So if he were the person that wrote this communication and it is provided for the county, it should be turned over to the county. It is not his personal
But he's
money.
saying that there's no blueprint. I'm coming. He's saying that there's no blueprint and nobody has submitted any plan to him.
Decision. Is that the only member of the county to take that dictatorial decision to say, I will keep the money, I will refinance it? He has used it for all indications will be a by budget. He first took 6,000 for that, and then he left 4,000.
You're making a very grave allegation. How can the senator?
I'm being informed, and we are following the thing.
Okay, many thanks, many thanks. Let's leave it at that. The senator is here.
At the level of caucus.
Okay, many thanks, many thanks. I'm trying to connect with Zoe Pennon, Senator Zoe Pennon as well. But Senator, in the meantime, he said he got credible information that you used part of the money.
Let Grand and I go to Grand Gedeh. Let's go to Israel, where Gedeh Bureau is situated. And whoever told him, whether Gedeh Bureau that has the account that is the account holder can say, yes, it came, it took 6,000 and 4,000 left and this and that. And all the kinds. Let's go there and talk about it. I was there recently. I had a press conference. I told them exactly what I'm telling you. And so there's no amount of pressure that can make me to succumb to these guys, giving them $10,000 from the Central Bank of Liberia, and they eating it up. And anybody asking them for a report, they put their heads in the air as though they are not answerable to anybody. I am not going to do that. I would prefer sending that money back to Central Bank. That reversal can be made through bank, interaction, and it can be taken back to Central Bank.
At the detriment of the people.
That's even the 10,000 alone cannot build the station. To tell you that people don't even have credibility in these people. Okay.
Okay. Let's try to speak. Let me just hold you there briefly. Let's speak with Representative Zoe Pennon. Zoe, good morning. Senator, I'm sorry. I apologize. Senator Zoe Pennon, good morning.
Good morning, Thomas George. How you doing?
I'm okay. So I understand that the police in your county are operating from a makeshift building that you put there. How true is it?
When you get makeshift building, there is not the right word to use.
Okay, what kind of building is it?
I built on morning get out when you get out. And we need for us to go and dedicate a budget. We turn over usually to the district you when I was sending a representative for the district. And now when this situation came about the running of the police station, police decided to move in temporarily until the government or the county can rebuild the police station.
Now, so the police now, is operating from that building. Are you pleased about that?
Well, the county decided to, the county authority decided, the building for the county and the building is used for the internal platforms. Maybe the internal platforms you come after, but then the situation occur, definitely they have to use the building to also give pleasure to my citizens. The police will not be working for in the street, and so when they ask that they can use the building, and the building for the citizens, they use, I believe they use for the internal platforms because the citizens of Grand County and Liberia large.
Now, but that building was, but it was not intended for that purpose, though. So now, where do you stand with this whole hauling and pulling over some 10,000 United States dollars that the Central Bank of Liberia donated for, that should go towards the reconstruction of the police headquarters there?
First of all, let me use this time to tell people of Grand Gedeh and Liberia to go good morning first. I have to run Nigeria in the morning to speak to the elderly people and the younger one. So first of all, I say good morning to all the Nigerians that are listening this morning and entire Liberia. Yes, so when I come to your question, in the first place, my guest distinguished for me in this video. First of all, no one pushing to write central bank governor or central bank is the institution, and they donated checked out the United States dollar through his request. And today the money came to him, and you're so fair enough to tell the county that I received this money from central bank to be used for the internet platforms. You understand? So first of all, let us say thank you to the senator first. I read the ticket for itself because no one pushing. I'm a colleague. It's very surprising to all of us. So as a welcoming you in the first place. And on the other hand, to what I was saying to my dear friend and colleague in the studio, Senator A. Marshal Dennis, I feel that Nigeria will not be discussed by Zoe Marathon on the social media. So if my colleague comes in studio later on, I think you ask your question, and somebody just tell me you ask your question, if Senator Kelly is aware of this, I don't know, they think I'm going to take the decision or the money to still be care about me, Marshal Dennis. So I explain that I'm not aware of whatsoever that was received by my disgraced colleague and from Central Bank on Nemco. I'm not aware. But I think in the future I will be told by the senator. But however, let us focus there first. We see that common issue that can be handled by social force. And for us to discuss our country on the national radio. So I believe in my political discussion later on this afternoon or this morning, me and I will sit down, either in my office or in his office, and we'll find a way forward, and I will come back on this particular radio to tell the people or wouldn't tell the Nigerians that we are getting a way forward. But this is not for more than 2 days. It's a very easy something. Let us handle it as a mature people, as a leaders. I think that was my position this morning on this issue.
Many thanks, Senator. We really appreciate your time this morning. Senator, Senator Marshall, how do we find an amicable solution so that our people in Grand Junior...
Very easy, Sobor. Now that I got to know this just this morning, that committee was reappointed by the county authority. That committee that started the collection, that made a report because their tenure had ended, that committee was reconstituted. The committee will do a communication to me that they are prepared. In fact, they briefed me early this morning to tell me that they have done the vetting of those who sent in bids, and someone have won the bid. That means they have got a company at this time. They have got a company to do the work. The company will now design a blueprint, give it to them, and they will have the work order, the work schedule, and the committee will get to me. The money when it's given to the committee for the work that they are supposed to do, I have confidence. This is a committee that have big business people in it, that got religious people in it, both Christians and Muslims and all of that. I got no business with them to say, I don't have confidence in them. Once the county authority is removed from this process, and that independent committee is the one that is doing the work, the money is turned over to them. That's all I want to do. Because I want that money that central bank gave to be used for the intended purpose, because that money was given through me. If nothing happened, they can't know, because they didn't give the money to anybody besides me. I wrote it as a senator of Grand County. That is why I'm protecting it. And if anybody tells you I'm looking for money for my retirement and all that kind of thing, one of us got to retire. You got your representative position, you left it, you coming for a Sunday when you win, fine. I who in the seats you coming to remove me when I stayed there, fine. One of us just got to retire. That is not my worry. And that is not the money I'm looking for. I will not steal to build my retirement. Okay? But I will leave a legacy. That people will say when Marshal Dennis asked for 10,000 from Central Bank that time, he made sure the work he did, the cement he bought, the steel he bought, the racks he hauled, the sand he hauled, we saw it. That's all. It can't be part of steel rods in the past that were eaten by bugs.
Okay. Well, Senator Dennis, we really appreciate your time this morning on this platform. We thought that it was quite necessary to have you on the program, because the issue has to do with the $10,000. It brought us all your reputation.
And you got a clarity about the cement?
Yeah, sure, fine.
The cement?
Yeah, the cement as well.
So I can't send a request to cement Well, I don't know where the storage is. I don't know who is going to be in possession of it. I have not been given a clear idea as to where the cement is going to be and all like that. He got 1,000 bags of cement for us. I've never written to Cemenco to say we're ready to use the cement. You can call Cemenco and they will tell you.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Well, many thanks, Senator. We really appreciate your time this morning. To come and clarify and clarify and disassociate yourself with whatever perception people do have about you, is that you have the money and you are trying to undermine the security of the county. We really appreciate your time this morning. Well, this is just how we go home on this presentation of the SMS. Thanks to my producer, indefatigable, illustrious and hard-working producer, Melvin Stewart. Thanks to Dagmar Wire, Anthony Williams. They've all been on camera this morning. Until tomorrow, Sabo George is my name.